guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to make a quick life update video because I did gain some new subscribers over the past couple days, and also I've been getting a ton of comments on my first two videos that I put up, and actually just a ton of comments in general, but mostly for those two videos. I would say probably 90% of them were all negative comments. Some I would even say were hate comments, but it's okay because I know that when you put your stuff out there online, obviously there's going to be people that have very strong opinions and they're going to want to share them. But I did want to do a little bit of an update because I know that a lot of people think that I'm still struggling to find a job, I guess, just because they're watching those videos, and I don't know if people just don't look at the date and see how long ago it was, because I'm pretty sure the first video I put up was around October of 2017, so obviously it's been a few months since then, and I do have a job. I thought I mentioned it in one of my other videos, but I guess I didn't, so let me just quickly explain my job that I have now, where I plan on going with it, and also an update on the Whole30. Every time I make coffee, I sit it down somewhere, forget where it is, and then by the time I drink it, it's always cold. Anybody else have that problem? Okay, so first of all, it was about 2 weeks after I quit my job at the elementary school that I found a part-time job working as an ESOL para. For those of you that don't know, ESOL is English speakers of other languages. So I work at 2 different middle schools, and I get to work with children in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And it's great because I get to do something different every day. I get to go into different classrooms, meet lots of teachers and kids and faculty and staff, and I've made a lot of friends. And basically I've decided that instead of doing classroom teaching, I'm going to go into being an ESOL teacher. So I am going to take my praxis to get my license to teach in the state of Virginia, and there are a few openings in the county that I'm working at now for ESOL jobs. So I have 2 different ESOL teachers that I work with, and I've had both of them say that I would make a great ESOL teacher, and one of them spoke to the coordinator of ESOL for the county, and they're trying to help me out as much as they can with a job for hopefully this fall coming up as an ESOL teacher. So that's really cool, and I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm not struggling to find a job anymore. I will admit that I made a mistake taking the first job at the elementary school. Partially a mistake because I didn't really think about the commute and the gas and the little pay and all of that, which someone commented and said that, and I was totally honest, and I was just like, yeah, you're right, I didn't think about that because I was just excited to have a job, and I was stupid, basically. But I am glad that I took that job because even though I don't want to say that I'll never work in an elementary school again, I definitely saw a different side to it than I ever thought that I would see, and I'm kind of glad that I did in a way. And so far working at middle schools, I've actually enjoyed. I know a lot of people told me not to work at middle school because the kids are going through puberty and there's attitudes and blah blah blah, but honestly it's been great so far. So I have nothing to complain about. So yeah, I've definitely made mistakes in the past, but I know that everything happens for a reason, and I am where I am today, and I'm happy where I'm at today. So really I don't regret anything that happened in the past. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my job situation. Okay, let me talk about the Whole30 for a second. So last video, it was the end of week 1. of Whole30, and I was talking about how it was so hard and I was starving all the time, blah, blah, blah. Basically, after the first week was done, it got way better. I found that I was barely even hungry throughout the day, which is crazy because I eat all the time. The only thing was I felt like there was sort of a plateau, which I know that happens a lot with diets. I was losing weight, not like a ton of weight or anything, but I was losing a few pounds, and then it just sort of seemed like I was starting to get hungry again before meals, and I wasn't losing any more weight, so it kind of just slowed down, which is fine. I wasn't doing this to lose weight in the first place, but after the second week, the main issue was really just that I got bored of the meals that we were eating, just because there's like not a lot of options for me and my fiance, because we don't really have, one, a lot of time to cook, and two, I'm not that good of a cook, and so really if I want to do anything extravagant or new that I've never done before, he has to be there. So it's just been kind of hard to cook any like really good meals. But also for wedding planning, we have a ton of meetings coming up for cake taste testing. We have food testing with 2 different caterers, and just we're trying to get it all booked and done. So we really picked like the worst time to do the Whole30. We should have done it closer to the wedding so we could have like lost some weight and, you know, looked good right before the wedding, because we're probably just going to go back to eating a bunch of bad stuff that we shouldn't be. But anyways, yeah, so we're ending the Whole30 a little bit early. This Thursday will make it 3 weeks exactly. Basically doing it for 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks, and then we're going to do our reintroduction phase for a couple days before we have our first catering food tasting, because we don't want to just end it and then the next day we eat like all this different type of food that we haven't been able to eat before, because we're just going to feel sick and horrible. So we're going to slowly try to reintroduce some major things like dairy and grains before we do all of these tastings. So I honestly feel kind of bad for quitting, I guess, the Whole30 before it's really supposed to be done. But I don't, in a sense, because I've seen the effects. I've seen that I sleep better at night, that I don't get hungry throughout the day, I'm not snacking. I've seen that I can resist my cravings as much as I want wine or a margarita or ice cream or just sweets in general. I know that I can have some fruit with chile or make my own ice cream out of bananas or something, and it's way healthier and it satisfies my cravings just as much as the other food would. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my life and where I'm at right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and maybe my next video will be a Q&A. I'm probably going to be doing a update on wedding planning soon as well, so yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you want to see more about my life. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.